if you relate to this or if it's just me being crazy, but I'm starting to feel like indecision is a lifestyle for me. I just think I'm going to do this and then I do this and I'm never going to do this again and then I do it again. Some examples are, you just recently saw me declutter my closet and I'm like, I have plenty of t-shirts. I have plenty of t-shirts. And then I decide I don't because I don't like the colors. And so I buy myself a bunch of shirts and I'm like, what the heck? And then I'd say, I'm just over decorating for spring. I just did too much in the past. I'm not going to do it again. And then I'm like, oh man, I got to decorate for spring. I want to decorate for spring. So I don't do very much. And then I'm like, I want to do more. Before I decided to decorate for spring that one year, I never decorated for spring at all for years and years and years. I mean, for decades. And then all of a sudden I start doing it. And now it's just like I can't decide which way I'm up. And I declutter something and then 3 or 4 months later, I'm like, what did I do that for? Why did I do that? Oh my gosh, do I have to go buy that thing again because I need it now? And then I decided I'm not going to spend any more money. I'm not going to spend any more money. And then I'm spending a bunch more money. And then I think, what do I think? I don't even know what I think. I can't even decide what I think. So I've been wondering about this. I don't remember being so indecisive when I was younger. And when exactly did I become indecisive? When I went to get my degree from college, I mean, I was on a mission. I decided I was going to do it and whoa, nobody was going to stop me. And I was focused and I got it done. And I've done that so many times. Like when I started that company, I made up my mind and nobody was going to stop me and I got it done. And then, I don't know if it's getting older because now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to see that there is an end point here. Maybe it's because my mom was here and I saw what it was like even though she lived here for about 12 years, I just saw her going down, 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 and she was already down when she came, but you know what I mean, she was going down, 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 and she got so she'd do less, and she could hear less, and she could see less, she got so she couldn't read, and you just see this extended life that went on a long time, and she really got so she could do hardly anything at all, and so then I think, well, even though I'm only 67, because it's only 67, she lived till 98, there's potentially 30 more years for me, I don't know. I could go next week. I could go in 30 years. You don't know. That's the point. You don't know. And when you get to be my age, I feel like I am starting to see that I don't know how things are going to go because it's already harder for me to do things than it was 5 years ago or 10 years. Certainly than it was before I got long COVID. Boy, that was a life changer, which is a really good example about how life can change just on a dime. You just don't know what's going to happen. Who would have known? And who would have known I would fall down the stairs and get a concussion? And I'm doing better, by the way, but I'm not there 100%. But it just kind of makes you think, you just never know what's going to happen to you. So maybe I'm assuming I'm going to have 31 more years left, and maybe I'm not. And then of those 31 years, how many are going to even be high quality? And then all of a sudden, there's so many things I want to do. I've collected just this mountain of crafts because I want to do them all. I want to get back. I want to have the fun. And then I'm like going to decorate here. We're going to put I got this, I don't know what I'm doing, but I bought a new rug and it was a good price. But you know, I bought a new rug. I have another one that's up in my closet that's kind of tan that I could have used. This one that I've got on the floor just doesn't really go with spring colors, but I just got it in my head. And this was the second one because the first one I didn't like at all. I'm like, what was I thinking? I got that one. Then I got this one. They're really expensive where I get them, and they're washable, which is really important when you've got a collie. But the point is why did I even do that? And then before I would have gotten it, I just would have gone ahead and felt all confident about it. And now I'm just like, why did I do that? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Instead of just like, I'm committing. You know, I sound berserk right now. I believe it. But it's like I'm having the hardest time even deciding what I'm going to do in the day, because there's so many things I want to do every day. There's just so many. I have so many dreams. I put them in my Finch app, all these things I'm going to do, and then I just end up not being able to do them. Some days I can do more than others, and some days I can't do as much, because of the health things. Let's, be realistic. I want to do more than I used to want to do, and now I want to do more and I can't do it. So then I have to decide what I'm going to do during the day. And then I'm even really indecisive about that, because like today I was going to do some research, which I did some research, and then I was going to do, I can't remember what I was going to do. You see, I can't even think about it. But I had it on my list to put this rug down, and then I got me some curtains for these dining room windows, because as I turn around the camera, you'll see there's so much backlight because they're big, and we used to have some blinds on those windows. Then when we painted the house, we took them down, and we realized, wow, they were really blocking the view, and the view out the window is just awesome. But the problem is then it's south-facing window, and so then the light will come in. There are long periods of the day when you can't even sit in the chairs and eat because the sun is too... There are things I want to film me doing over here, but there's too much backlight, and so it finally occurred to me, well, I could get some curtains, then I could open them, close them, and I could see the view, and then I could close them when I don't want backlight problems or the sun is killing us off. But then we couldn't have them down to the floor, which I know is the best way to do it, because we've got the dog, and she gets that wall so dirty down there. So I came up with these that I'm going to have them go inside the window to the window seal. Yeah, that's what's called, right? Window seal. And so we're going to hope that works out. So, but if they don't, I can send it back to Amazon. But I am going to change this rug out. And I have been so on the fence about this, and even worried, oh, well, they hate my rug. Now, isn't that silly? Why would you hate my rug? And even if you hate my rug, what does it matter? And what does it matter if you don't like the way I put the curtains up? Maybe you'll love them, maybe you won't. But why am I being so worrying about what other people think? Makes me even more indecisive, and I don't need any encouragement to be indecisive. I will think, I'm thinking that a lot of my indecisiveness has to do about my activities, and then, because I don't have as much time as I think, because even though everybody gets up in the morning, they have this long before they go to bed, and you would assume you could do things all day long in that, but I can't. As much as I would like to, I can't, because I always hit the wall. I hit the wall, and I just have to stop doing things. And I think when I was younger, oh my goodness, I couldn't have had little kids now, because I remember getting up in the morning and running all day long and collapsing in the bed at night. I could no longer do that. We have the grandkids that live here, but fortunately they're to the age when that doesn't have to happen, and their mother gets to manage all their disciplining and everything, so I don't have to do that. Just haul them places from time to time and talk to them, and sometimes pick up the messes after them, but she does a good job with her kids, so I don't have to do that. And oh my goodness, I'm so glad I don't have to do that. Anyway, so indecisive. I just have all of this going through my mind. Maybe it's concussion brain, although I think I was indecisive before I fell down the stairs. But I think that concussion has not helped it, but I have to admit I was indecisive. And then when you spent your whole life not being indecisive, and you're very decisive, then all of a sudden you're not. And then I was just really thinking, what if this has to do with the fact that I'm aware that my life is not going to necessarily be as long as I assume it's going to be, and I won't be able to do as much as I assume I'll be able to do, then that puts so much value, high value on everything I'm doing, every choice I'm making, whether I choose to do the paint by numbers or put a new rug down, or oh my gosh, it takes me so long to blow dry my hair, or even things like that will just like annoy me because it's eating into my time. Why is it that I feel like I have less time and I don't have to be worried more about time? Am I sounding completely bizarre? Do you relate to any of this? Maybe you don't relate to all of this because, I don't know, maybe I'm just this weird, unique package of who knows what. But do you relate to any of this? What do you think? What do you think about? You know, I know a lot of you are, it's like 87% of you are age 55 and up. So what do you think? I mean, are you starting to like think about your longevity and the things you'll be able to do and won't be able to do, and how do you pick? And if I pick wrong, will I have picked wrong? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and do I have time to waste on things? It's like, am I going to just totally annoy you with this video? You know, I recently deleted a video. But I did it live, and somebody had asked me to show them how I do my hair and makeup. And so I did that, and I experimented on the live. And there were people that were enjoying it, and other people that hated it, and I was losing subscribers, and I panicked. I'm like, well, first of all, the quality wasn't very good. If I had just used my regular way of filming, the quality would have been good. And yeah, I didn't like the quality of it, but I did fulfill the request of showing you how I do my makeup and my hair. Then I panicked, and then somebody said, oh, I was really enjoying that. I was right in the middle of watching it, and then I went back to it, and it was gone. Did you delete it? And I'm like, confessed, yes, I did. I just got this really weird feeling that I should delete it, and so I did. And she goes, well, you know, we have to go along with our feelings. But now I'm just wondering, was that just pure panic? And it was just me being indecisive, and I'd actually done something good, but then I started to have doubts about it, and so I got rid of it, and maybe I should do that again. But then I'm like, I don't know. Maybe nobody will be interested in watching me put on my makeup to find out how I cover all that rosacea stuff. I don't want to annoy people, but then why am I worrying about annoying people? Do I have time left in my life to worry about annoying people? This sounds like an existential crisis, doesn't it? You know, this morning, I keep telling myself, you know, you don't have to keep doing this. I'm like, no, I don't have to keep doing this. Well, then why are you doing this? Well, it's because I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. So why are you supposed to do it? I don't know. And then I'll tell God, look, I'm going to quit litigating this because you keep telling me and pointing me back to it. So why don't I just quit litigating this thing and like, yeah, I'm just going to do YouTube and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And I'm just going to do it. And if they like me, they like me. And if they don't, maybe they won't like this video, but maybe they'll like another one. And does it really matter anyway? Does it really matter anyway? Although, so I really thought, oh, I'm going to quit. But then I'm like, I would miss those people so much because I am such a homebody all day, every day. I don't leave the house very much at all. I go to church. I go to the store sometimes, but I really don't go hardly anywhere. So you guys really are kind of like my lifeline to the world of talking to people. And it's really weird to not be talking to people after all of those years of working full time, where I was talking with people all the time, almost too much, where I'd come home at night and I'd be like, whoa, you know, because my brain would be so from talking to people, and then to go from, okay, you're too sick, we're letting you go, you're retired. I wasn't going to retire for at least a year and a half, maybe 3, maybe 4, and then all of a sudden I'm retired. And it's kind of like crickets, crickets. Oh, my family's around here, but I don't ever get to talk to anybody my age or people who kind of get what I'm talking about, but with my YouTube channel, I can. So, indecisive. But I keep promising the Lord, look, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit having this discussion with you and just go, okay, let's just have faith and not get so fearful. Faith is a better plan. But it's just the indecisiveness, right? It is the indecisiveness that's getting me. Now, in order to have a good YouTube video, I should be giving you some advice, because the videos where I give you some advice seem to do the best. But then that worries me very often, because who am I to be giving anybody advice, right? I do share with you the things I'm thinking about and that work, and I'm not going to give you any kind of advice or share anything ever where I just don't have it down. I've had people tell me, thank you for your honesty. It's all I can do, because I cannot get on here and act like I've got it all together, because I don't. I am very decisive about a few things. Jesus is the Christ. I'm his follower. I don't ever have to think about that. I love my family. My family is very important. I don't have to think about that. There is meaning in my life. There's purpose for it. I'm learning things. I don't have to worry about that. I like pink and blue. I'm going to quit worrying about whether I'm going to use it or not. Be decisive about pink. I like pink. And I like having longer hair, at least for now. I do like having longer hair. I think sometimes that makes me look older, but I like having it. So I need to quit worrying about that one. I am veering off into indecisive territory. You see it happening. So I think I've got, though, the most important things down. Yes, God is real. And my family is the next most important thing. And there's purpose in my life. That's 3 really good, firm things. I think that's good. So, hang the drapes. So that's pretty good for today. And then maybe you can tell me if the drapes look okay. Maybe I'll know when we see it. And I hope I like the rug when it goes down, because, oy vey, I already sent one back. So let's just go for that. If you've been watching my videos consistently, you have seen a lot of scissors. A lot of scissors. And this drawer over here had a lot of scissors. So I just got in there to get a pair of scissors. I could open the box, and guess what? 1 pair. This is what I say. Things disappear. Who knows where all the scissors are? Just some cafe curtains, because they'll go inside the window. I can't have any that go below the windowsill because of the dog. I ordered this morning, and Amazon delivered it this fast. Can't believe it. Without the middle part, just having those 2 so much more finished and kind of dreamy like. I can't figure out this curtain rod. I need to have my husband help me. Yeah, I've got to have his big brain fix that. But for now, let's admire this pretty